another vlog. I'm currently a few days away from starting my cycle and I'm really feeling low energy and kind of in need of pampering. Plus Mother's Day is like in a couple of days. I'm just kind of in the mood to take care of myself, so I'm gonna share a few things. I'm gonna do like a mini at-home spa for myself. Nothing too crazy, but I need to do something for myself. Yeah, I'll take you along for that, and then probably planning on still going to train jiu-jitsu this evening. Like, that's still been a non-negotiable for me. Even when I am on my cycle, I just modify how I train and I just don't go as hard, but I still show up. Typically, like for me, personally, my cycle is pretty chill. I don't get any intense cramps or anything like that. First, second day still suck, but compared to, I guess, a lot of women, I'm still able to be pretty active if I want to, and obviously, you know, just like listening to my body, not doing anything too crazy so I don't burn my body out. It's like one of those things that I know I'm gonna feel better if I do show up to train, especially if I've been having a rough mental health day. Those are the days that I want to prioritize showing up to train, even though if I have to drag myself there, because 10 out of 10, I'm gonna feel better mentally. Physically, I'm gonna feel like the slate has been cleaned. I'm sweaty and gross, but like on the inside, I feel like I'm brand new again. Kind of my therapy, basically. I want to just take a minute and give you guys a little update on what life has been looking like here in the Philippines. We've been here for almost 2 months, which is wild to say. It feels like forever, and I'm like, how's it been only 2 months? But it's going well. We're still unpacking. It's hard with a toddler. So like we're settled, but then there's like a lot of our random things that are still just scattered around and don't really have a home. The organizing part is still what's being worked on, plus we're kind of gonna move again soon, and I'll share a little bit more about that probably in another video. I'm not ready to go into that just yet, but yeah, we're gonna be moving, as I mentioned in my first vlog here in the Philippines, that this is a temporary living situation. We're with my in-laws right now, so we knew that this was just going to be a temporary space for us, and we're going to be moving into our next, it's not even a permanent dwelling, it's another temporary space while we work on our actual house that needs to be remodeled, which is exciting, and I can't wait to share that in another future vlog, as far as like what we're doing here in the Philippines and our business. I feel like we've adapted pretty well to the way of life here, and as a backstory, I was here in the Philippines one time before, and this was in the beginning of 2020, right when COVID started. So it was a completely different experience. When we were getting on the flight to come here, I just found out that, you know, COVID broke out in China. So at that time, you know, none of us thought that it was going to turn into what it did. So we went about our lives as usual, and then we were planning to be in the Philippines about 2 months in total, and we were going to island hop from here, the main island of Luzon. We're in Ilocos Norte, by the way, and we were going to go island hopping to Siargao and a couple other islands, I think, here in the Philippines, and then we were going to go stay in Bali for a month, and none of that happened. All of our flights got canceled, and then we ended up just being stuck in the Philippines for 2 months and stuck in my husband's hometown, basically. And it was really cool because it was so quiet. There was no tricycles, there was no cars, there was, you know, strict curfews and stuff like that. You had to get permission from like neighborhood captains, basically. So you'd have to go get permission slips just to go to the grocery store. So it was a completely different world than what it is now when we're here. And it's like, oh, this is what like normal everyday life is like, where there's just, you know, people everywhere and cars and noise. But it was a really cool experience at that time because it was like a once in a lifetime kind of experience. From what my husband said, it has never been that quiet before since he was a kid. You know, when he was a kid growing up, like, okay, that's the only time that was a little bit more comparable to what it was like during COVID. So coming back now, everything is still very familiar. It's not like a culture shock for me. I mean, I've been with my husband for 7 years, so very acquainted with like Filipino culture and the food, and even like the climate, for example, because we did move from Kauai And not to say it's exact, but it is, you know, comparable. We're technically in like the driest part of Luzon where we are. There's the hot and dry season, and there's the hot and wet season. And I think the rainy season is supposed to start in about a month, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really curious to experience the seasons here per se, even though there's not that much change. It's definitely hotter. Taking a couple, if not 3 showers a day just to like refresh. We're, I would say, pretty comfortable, and we got into our routine, which is mainly working here at home, working on our business, and then also going to train jiu-jitsu at night. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. That's just part of our routine. And my husband and I have been trying to go together some days when my mother-in-law can babysit our son, who's here in the room if you hear him babbling. That's just been our life. It's pretty simple, and compared to when we were living in Hawaii or even like mainland USA, life there just feels so fast. Like the weeks, the days, the weeks, the months have fly by, and I feel like because we were always so busy, and here, even though it's not even been 2 months, it feels so much longer. It's like the total opposite experience where the days feel like they're longer. The days don't seem to fly by as fast, and definitely feel like we have slowed our pace of living down so much more. We're not doing so much, like, I mean, we don't have like traditional 9-to-5 jobs too, which I'm pretty sure that makes a huge difference, being able to work for ourselves now and having more freedom, more time. It's been a really good experience so far, and you know, I'll continue to share more in these videos or these vlogs, like give little check-ins of where we're at and how we're settling in. I'll leave it at that, and I'll take you along for my spa day and whatever else I get up to. Let me show you what I have in mind that I'm gonna do as far as my little spa day goes. I got this face mask from my mother-in-law that she got when she was in Korea. I'm not worried about wrinkles, but yeah, I'm just gonna use that. And then I'm gonna do a little whitening strip for my teeth. And I'm also gonna paint my nails this lovely light purple color. I never paint my nails, like ever, maybe once a year for like really special occasions. Plus, since I do jiu-jitsu, I feel like it just doesn't last. I'm very rough with my hands in general, even outside of jiu-jitsu, so I feel like anytime I do paint my nails, it lasts like 2 days before it starts chipping. So I'm gonna attempt to do a good job with like the base and the top coat, and hopefully last a week. If not, oh well, I need to get some nail polish remover here because I don't have any. That's what I'm gonna do, and feel cute for a hot minute, because yeah, I just never really do anything with my nails. Again, mainly because of jiu-jitsu. I keep my nails short, aka that short. I cut them probably like 2-3 times a week. Like adding some color will just make it a little bit more fun than I usually have it. And yeah, I got myself also a bowl of food, just rice, some meatballs that I made yesterday, and some okra. So super simple, but I'm just gonna chill in here. My husband is currently napping our son, so that's why I'm doing this for myself. I've been feeling like I've been moving so fast and busy in a lot of ways that are good, but also I'm like, okay, I'm doing a lot of like being productive and not enough of slowing down and taking care of myself. So I feel like this is a good time for it, just because, you know, my cycle is about to start and I do need to be more mindful of how I'm like approaching life so I don't burn out, and so physically I don't burn out, and also like mentally I've been going through a few things, so I'm just trying to pour into my cup a little bit and hopefully recharge. And yeah, just gonna take this time to relax. My son usually naps for 2 to 3 hours, so I have that time to do whatever I want. I'll probably be in here doing this for maybe about an hour and then get around to doing a few other things around the house. eyes for sure. Did my nails. They are not perfect. I already messed up this one that I'm gonna have to redo it, but I don't have nail polish remover, so I'm gonna have to wait, but you know, at least that's done. I'm just gonna finish up with, I guess, my skin. I'm gonna do this Mimosa Blossom face cream. It smells like a creamsicle. It's so good. I found this whenever we were living in Hawaii, and before we moved, I made sure to buy like 3 tubs of it. I think they sell it on their website and on Amazon. And they have a bigger size, which I wish I got it, but it's okay. And lastly, I'm gonna do this little eye renewal serum. I've had this thing for a hot minute and I've been trying to use it up, so I'm just gonna put that on my eyes because I also have not been sleeping that well lately. My toddler wakes up probably 4 times a night on average to ask for water, or wawa as he says it. It's wawa, wawa. So yeah, still a lot of broken sleep in my life, and then insomnia occasionally. Like this morning I woke up at 4 a.m. and I could not fall back asleep, so I've been up for a long time. So adding to the reason why I felt like I needed to do this for myself, I mean, again, with like all the chaos of moving and traveling around and long flights and just trying to get settled into our new lives here, I feel like I haven't really had as much time to just take care of myself. So yeah, it's really nice to do this, and it just so happens to be right before Mother's Day, so I feel like, okay, it's perfect. Let's pamper myself. So, you know, that's me celebrating myself.